Discussing what an FIR or a first information report and a police complaint and how they work. So an FIR or a first information report, the proper definition is not given under the CRPC Act, but it is accepted to be a written document that is written up by a police officer on the information of a cognizable offence. So if it's a cognizable offence, you can file an FIR, but if it is a non-cognizable offence, then you have to approach the magistrate and file a complaint in a manner to get a warrant to investigate. So a police officer, when they receive information about cognizable offence, they are obligated to investigate on it. So a cognizable offence is for which police action can be taken without a warrant. So it can happen without a warrant. It does not need too much judicial process. An FIR is the first step that sets into motion an investigation and serves as an official record for the complaint. So it is providing the very basis of your complaint. So without an FIR, the police cannot take any action and they cannot start an investigation. And so there is no judicial proceeding without it. Okay? So it initiates the process of procedure for justice and the basis for the investigation. It can be used as evidence in the court of law during trials. However, it is to be noted that an FIR cannot be used as substantive evidence. It can only be used to corroborate or contradict the facts or information. So it cannot be used as a basis for evidence, and it can only be used in a she said, he said situation. Where is an FIR filed? An FIR can be filed at a police station within the jurisdiction of the concerned area where the offence is taken place. So whatever the area is where the offence is taking place, you have to know the jurisdiction, and you can always go file with the police station within the jurisdiction. However, if it's outside the jurisdiction, you can go to that police station and file it, and it will be later on transferred to the jurisdiction of the offence. So the procedure of filing an FIR is prescribed under section 154 of the CRPC Act. The section that it provides that the first account for an incident it is to be recorded at the earliest opportunity. So it is an FIR is for the first account information, the first hand information that is to be filed, and it should be without embellishment or fabrication. So the witness will give an oral account to the police, and the police will take it down into writing and give that FIR a number. And if and after giving it the FIR that number, it is to be forwarded to the magistrate. And if the police determine that there is a prima facie case that can be formed on this, they will forward this to the magistrate, and then they will start a detailed investigation. So a victim may file an FIR to a senior police officer or an SSP in accordance with the section 154 clause 3 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. However, if the police do not file the FIR, then you can always approach the superintendent, and if that also does not happen, you can file a formal complaint with the magistrate. So according to the section 157 of the CRPC, if you file an FIR and the police do not investigate, it can only be done if, number one, the case is not serious or there is not a prima facie case. The police believe that there is insufficient justification for the investigation. So basically, if they decide either A, it's not an offence, or number two, there is not enough evidence, they can close the case, but they need to tell the witness or the filer about why they're not opening the inquiry, and they also have to tell you all the reasons for it. So this is what I said earlier. When the police do not file and register the FIR, then the person can go to the magistrate or the state for the cognizable offence committed. So what is mentioned in an FIR? Your name and address, the date, time, location of the incident, the names and descriptions of the individuals, and witnesses. And after you file the FIR, you cannot change the FIR details, but you can give them additional information. And you can quash an FIR under section 182 of the CRPC under the High Court. The provisions for quashing an FIR can be said into detail later on. Thank you.